Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'll be showing how to make this bracelet, the Potholder bracelet. I called it that because, you know, there are all those kits where you can weave together little loops to make pot holders to use when you're, cooking and stuff, or for your parents to use when they're cooking. And yeah, I just thought it looked like a pot holder. And it's woven in the same type of way too. So yeah, this one's they're like gaps are a bit bigger in between the diamonds, but I streamlined it a bit more and made the gaps smaller and made it look nicer in this bracelet. But anyways, let's get started. So for this bracelet, I have a pillbox organizing my bands yet again. You're going to need a color for your border, which I'm using this burgundy here for. And then you're going to need either a bunch of colors, or you can just do 2 colors for your pot holder part. I'm going to be alternating these 4 colors here: neon pink, neon orange, mango, and neon yellow for my colored part of my diamond. And if I do, use a multicolored diamond, I like to make the other woven part, a different color to make it look better. So I'm just using white again as my alternating color. So yeah, and then, that's really all I have to explain about the colors. And you're going to need 2 C-clips, 2 clips to work with, and 1 to actually finish the bracelet. So you will have a clip left over after you're done using it. But anyways, let's go. So you're going to start off with your border color, which I'm using burgundy for. And first off, I'm going to make a normal cat band by twisting a band in a figure 8 shape on your hook. And then you're going to pick up 2 bands and you're going to pull them through this cat band. And then before you add on your next color, your next burgundy color, you're going to take one of your diamond weaving colors. I'm just going to start off by doing white for this first section. And you're going to pull it over so that it's in the middle of those 2, in the middle of the 4 burgundies. Pull it off the hook and drop it off in the middle, and then put your burgundies back on. So now you have something like this. And now you're going to add another burgundy band. Pull it through these 4 bands, pick up the outer 2 burgundies, and drop the middle 2 down. And you can, pull at the burgundies to realign them so they look nicer. And now after you add this band, you're just going to add another white using the same technique. Drop it off and then put the 2 burgundies back on. Like that. And then you're going to repeat this 6 more times so that you have a total of 8 white bands in a row. So I'm going to add another burgundy. Then a white. And you're just going to keep alternating from burgundy to white to burgundy to white. It's pretty easy and simple. Burgundy. Then a white. Then a burgundy. Then a white. 2 more whites to go. Burgundy. Then a white. Then a burgundy. And then we're on our last white. Just going to drop your last white onto the burgundy. So now you have this sort of feathery, floofy thing dangling off your hook. And now, after you add on your whites, you're going to add on your colored bands. So it's going to be doing the same process, alternating burgundy and then color and then a burgundy and then a color. So I need to string on my burgundy since I ended with doing a white. So I'll do that. And then I'm going to pick up my first color, which is neon pink. Drop it on in the same process that I did my whites. And then you're going to add another burgundy. And then my next color is neon orange, so I'm going to pick up a neon orange, drop it off in the same way that I dropped my white off, and then add another burgundy. And then I'm going to take a mango band, again drop it on the same way, and then add a burgundy. And then my last color in my sequence is neon yellow. So I'll drop that on and add another burgundy. And then since there were 8 white bands, there have to be 8 colored bands as well. So since I added on 4 bands, and 4 bands is the amount of colors that I have in my sequence, I'm going to repeat the sequence again. So I'm just going to add on a pink now to start it over. And then pull through another burgundy. Then another neon orange. And then another burgundy. Then a mango. Then another burgundy. Then a yellow. And this is the last color in all of the colored section of my bracelet. And next, after you finish this half of your diamond, you're just going to take a burgundy and you're just going to pull it through everything. This is right after you drop a band on, a color band. And you don't go and grab, the bands back here or anything like that. Just gonna leave it be, just like that. Let me double check. I'm kind of going over my bracelet as I go. Actually, instead of doing that, scratch that, pull that back out. Instead of doing that, you're gonna pull this off. Still pinch onto it though, don't let anything drop off. Pick up only the outer bands. Like that. So that this yellow is kind of dangling right underneath your hook. There isn't a band trapping it in there or anything like that. And then you're just going to clip the burgundy on your hook. Like that. And then, before adding on your second half of your bracelet, you're going to take another burgundy and cap it on your hook. And because this cap band is facing this direction, then it would be, not facing the right direction to easily clip it when you're done with your bracelet. So what you're going to do is you're just going to put your hook back into the cap band. Make sure that the fluffy parts of the bracelet are facing this way when you string your cap band on and add your next part of your fishtail. And you're just going to pull this cap band onto the other cap band, like that. And then you're going to add on your next fishtail as you normally would. So you're just going to take 2 burgundy bands and pull it through, same way that you normally did like last time. And then you're going to start weaving your bands for the potholder diamond shape. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hook, just put it right over this white band here, then string it through this next white band, put it over this next white band, string it through the next one, and just keep alternating that pattern. And you want to look down here, making sure that the bands aren't crossing or anything, so that you're actually alternating it properly. And you only do that for the white bands. And if you've done it correctly, you should have 4 white bands on your hook after you're finished. And then you're going to pick up the first colored band that you come across, which is neon pink. Gonna pull it through the 4 bands on your hook. Completely ignore the bands that you dropped off. And it may look a little funky, but you're gonna sort that out later. Just pull this pink over these 2 burgundies and drop it off just like you did with the bands earlier. Then you're going to pull another burgundy through before adding your next color. Picking up the outside bands, just as you normally would for a hook-only fishtail. Now you're going to add your next color, and you're going to see that there are 4 white bands that are just sticking up right above this pink band. And there's some sort of squashed underneath the pink band. You're going to get the ones that are squashed underneath the pink band. So you're going to see that the pink band is a nice big hole, and you can just put your hook into the hole, and you should see first white band. You should start to grab the part of it that's flat inside the hole like that and pick it up. And then there should be a band popping up over the pink, so you just skip over that one. And then the next pink you should see is also underneath the pink. The next white you see is also underneath the pink. So you're just going to pick up the piece that's right in the middle of the pink bands. And again, you should find a white that's over the pink band, skip over that one. Pick up another white band that's stuck in between the 2 pink pieces. Pick that up. And then there should be one that's above the pink band, skip over that. Then you're going to go into the pink band again to pick up another white. And then you're going to skip over the last white. And after you're done with that, you should have 4 white bands on your hook. And then you're going to pick up your next color, which is neon orange for me. Pull it through these 4 bands. Put it between the 4 burgundy bands, straight in the middle. Drop it through. And then add another burgundy and repeat this process. And it is fine if it looks pretty messy right now. That'll get sorted out once you're done with your diamond. Yeah, it's looking like a hot mess, but that's fine. And as you go along, it should get easier, then maybe a little harder at the end. But again, you're always just going to skip over the bands that are sticking up above your colored part. And you're always going to pick up and put the bands that are in between and underneath the colored bands on your hook. And it should alternate perfectly every time. Skip. So I think I put that on my hook accidentally, my bad. Skip over one, and then pick up the last one. And it will alternate every time, like I said. So you might be picking up the last one, you might be picking up the second to last one. Again, it changes every time. And always make sure that you have 4 bands on your hook, because if you have more or less than that, you either forgot to pick one up or picked up the wrong one. Again, put it in between the burgundies, pull it over, and then pull a burgundy through. Repeat the process again. And now it is getting a bit easier as you go along. We're almost halfway through it. Making a bunch of videos today, like 4 videos along with the 2 bracelets, the 2 bracelet videos I made yesterday. because I'm about to start school and I don't want to get so swamped with homework or just want to chill on the weekends and not want to make videos. So I'm just making a ton in advance. So that's why you guys might see me with like the same nail polish in like 6 different videos. So that's probably why. Alright. Yeah, the bands might cross over weirdly. You just gotta sort them out. Make sure they're in their proper positions. That's really important. And it will start to neaten itself up as you go along. Pick up another burgundy. Don't forget to string a burgundy through every single time. I don't really know what else to talk about in this video. Mentioned this in one of my previous videos that I made in advance, but I'm getting a haul of Rainbow Loom bands. I'm really excited. Not sure when I'll post this, if I'll have the haul video up yet or not, but I am excited, so you guys should be able to see more band colors, especially some limited edition bands. I'm getting frost bands, fuchsia, and some other stuff, of course. Gold mint, pearl white, then there's like ocean blue, and then just plain white. Really excited for the background colors, the background limited edition bands, like, you know, frost white and pearl white, because I do like to make like 100%, you know, limited edition banded bracelets. They're made with like all limited edition bands. They just feel different, and I kind of like that feeling in a lot of things. Like my Potholder bracelets, I really like making those in just like 100, you know, all limited edition bands, because it gives us this different kind of comfortableness, which is really cool. But yeah, I like playing with them when they're limited edition Potholders, because they're just so soft and interesting feeling. I think it's cool when you have like a bracelet on or a piece of jewelry that you can play with as well as wear normally. It's just like a 2-in-1, you know? Or am I like the only one that feels that way? I'm weird. You guys probably know that about me by now. I've always had that sort of childlike instinct in me to play with everything. I'm sure everyone keeps a bit of that as they grow up. Certainly not a child though anymore. Alright, getting close to the end here. And it might be a bit harder to grab your bands or see them in the middle of your colors as you go along. But just reach in there and grab them and then it should be easy. You don't want to twist any of your bands as you pull them through either. Alright. So you've done half of your half, so basically a quarter of the bracelet just now, where you've grabbed all of your colors, and now you're going to pull a burgundy through right after you draw through the last color, and then you're going to start on the other part of your diamond the just plain color. So this part's a lot easier since you already did most of the weaving. What you're going to do is you're going to find the first white that's closest to you, which is this white right here. It's on the top, so you don't need to grab through, you know, these bands or anything like that. Just going to pull it over, same technique that you've been doing all along. Pull it over to the center of the burgundy bands and just drop it on them. And then pull a burgundy through after you finish that. And then you're going to grab your next white band, which is in between and underneath your colored band. So you're just going to grab in like you would normally do and pick it up. And do the same process. Might be rather difficult because they're really tight right now. Feel free to stretch them and pull them over. And then you pull the burgundy through after you finish that. And then you're going to pick up your next color, which is on top. Pull it to the middle. Drop it on. Pull a burgundy through after you're done. Pick up your next white, which is underneath. Pull it on as normal. And then just repeat till you get to the end. This part's pretty easy, I think. But it alternates between being on top and underneath and on top and underneath. Everything in this bracelet should alternate, you know, the whole way through. Like on top, underneath, like perfectly. Or else you did something wrong, or you're picking up the wrong band. So just be very wary of that. And this bracelet is, like I mentioned earlier, I like bracelets you can play with. This bracelet is like sort of hollow in the middle of your potholdery diamond part. And did I draw burgundy through? Sorry. There we go. It's got like the diamondy potholder thing going on in the middle, and it is hollow on the inside, so you can squish it. It's kind of like a pillow with air in it. But yeah, it's very interesting the way it is. Alright, I think we might be at our last white right now. Yeah, it's right there. Pick it up. Just pull that one on normally. And then after you do that, instead of adding on another burgundy, just like last time, you pull it off and then just pick up the outer two burgundies. You can stretch out your diamond a bit. You might want to do this because some bands might be tighter than others or whatever. Might not be 100% even. But anyways, here's your first potholder square diamond thing. So now, I'm going to put this other part of your potholder on your hook and unclip the one side that's clipped. And right now, to connect your little potholder diamonds, what you're going to do is you're going to cross one of your things over, just like that. And then you're going to clip the new two bands on the side closest to your hook, pull it off, let me see, or should I clip the other side based on, actually clip the other side, because I picked up 3 bands there, my bad. Clip the other side because the way that I showed you how to put on the bands wouldn't work, you know, if you started with the other side. So you'd clip these 2 bands farthest from the hook. Just drop them off. And then you'd repeat the same process that you did last time. So what you would do is, let me look at my bracelet that I have with me right here. You'd pull on your first 2 burgundy bands like you normally did. And then you would just go ahead and drop your first white band onto them as normal. And then you would repeat the process all the way on this side. Actually, you'll want to face your hook the other way when you do this, because the way that your white band drops, you want it to drop so that the fluffy part is facing the inside of the bracelet. Just put that back on my hook, and then I can drop the white on. So when you start off, you know, adding on your bands and such, then you want to start with the portion that you unclipped. You want the C-clip to be on the left of it when you're adding on your bands, so that the fluffy parts go towards the middle, which will make it easier when you flip it over and start weaving on the other side. So yeah, then you just repeat this side like you did normally, then repeat the other side the same way that I showed you how to weave last time, and repeat that until your bracelet's long enough to fit around your wrist, and I'll come back to show you how to finish it. And in between the sections, you'll also want to add 2 cap bands. I just think it makes it look nicer, so I will come back and show you how to do that as well. Alright, I'm back. I've finished another diamond of my bracelet. I have 2 more to go based on my wrist size. And right here I need to add my cap bands. But before I do that, I gotta look and see which band crosses over. So I can see that the right band crosses over. So I'm gonna cross the right band over right before I start my next diamond. And for the rest of the times in my bracelet before I start another diamond. And again, clip other band, I'll clip them later. And yeah, and then I just continue with my diamonds normally. But right here is where we have to add 2 cap bands. So to do that, I'm just going to pull a band over your diamond, and then twist it and pull it over again. Then take another band, do the same thing, pull it over the diamond, twist it, and pull it over again. And I just think it makes it look a lot better for the sections in between the diamonds. And then I continue with my diamonds normally, and I'll come back to show you how to finish the bracelet. Alright, so I'm back and I've made my bracelet long enough to fit around my wrist. And it should look something like this. And now to finish it off, what you're going to do is just put the other C-clipped portion of your bracelet back on your hook after you finish your last diamond. Then take a band. You don't have to cross these 2 middle bands, by the way. Just pull it through these 4 bands. And then take a clip, clip it. Then find the other end of your bracelet and clip the cap band. And there's your bracelet. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.